Okay, so we're going to do 2.1 translations. This starts on page 63. And we looked at translations throughout Module 1. So this is just going to get into them a little bit more. So if you turn to the next page, page 64, we're going to first look at these vocabulary words. So a vector is a quantity that has both direction and magnitude. The initial point of a vector is the starting point, and the terminal point of a vector is the ending point. And I also want you to make a note here about how a vector is named. And you can see it is very similar to an array, but it only has one side of the arrow. Now, this isn't any different than what we did throughout Module 1, but we were calling this the pre-image, and we were calling the terminal point A prime, or, the image. A translation is a transformation along a vector such that the segment joining a point and its image have the same length as the vector and is parallel to the vector. So it has those two things, the same length, and it runs parallel. And this shows a picture, but I think it's even easier just to jump to the next example on page 65. And they've done a really good job showing this here. So this says to draw an image of triangle ABC after a translation along vector V. Okay, so notice a vector also has slope. Okay, now this vector is 2 up, 2, and then it goes right 4. So what it means is every point in that image is going to move up 2 and right 4. And if you look down here, A, up 2, right 4, and it gets us to A prime. B goes up 2, right 4, and gets you to B prime. And C also moves up 2 and over 4, giving you C prime. And if you see these lines where it's showing the movement, look just like the vector, okay? Just like the vector. So now if we look down at B, it says we're going to draw a vector from the vertex A that has the same length as and parallel to vector V. The terminal point A prime will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units up and 3 units left. We're going to draw 3 more vectors that are parallel from B, C, and D with terminal points B prime, C prime, and D prime. We're going to draw segments connecting all those points, and we're going to form a quadrilateral. So I want you to pause the video and draw the figure, and then check back and make sure your video looks like your figure looks like mine. Okay, so there's the figure, and I want you to notice that between A and B, that segment is 2, and so should this segment be between A prime and B prime. D to C is 1, 2, 3, 4, and D prime to C prime is also 4. All of those should be the same. So now we're going to flip to page 66, And I want you just to take a note of these rules for translations on a coordinate plane, and these are things you already know. A units to the right adds to x. A units to the left subtracts from x. B units up adds to y, and B units down subtracts from y. Okay, so let's skip this example and go to page 67 and look at the example at the top of that page. So you're going to draw that image and you have a little triangle, and the vector is -2, 3. So it wants us to make a prediction about what quadrant that image will be in. So if I'm moving every one of those points left 2 and up 3, it looks like it would be in quadrant 1. Okay, so let's draw it and see. So I'm going to put 2 in here and 3 in there. So a -2, right? And they've already put that there. And we're going to add 3 to y. So 3 minus 2 is 1. And 0 plus 3 is 3. 2 minus 2 is 0. -2 plus 3 is 1. 4 minus 2 is 2. And -2 plus 3 is 1. So when we draw that new image, it will be 1, 3, 0, 1, and 2, 1. And every one of these points, and let's check A, 1, 2, 3, up and left 2. Okay, and it was in quadrant 1. Now I want you to pause the video and do 5 and 6, and then come back and check your work. Okay, so there are my beautiful triangles. Hopefully yours are like that, and we can check this real fast. Let's just check one point. All right, so this means left 4 and up 1. So A, 1, 2, 3, 4, left 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and up 1. Okay, and so that did work. All right, that is it for 2-1, and we will move on to 2-4 in just a minute.